Do you feel like you constantly have to be doing something, and when you go to sit down to relax, you feel anxious because you feel like you need to be doing something? This is actually a coping mechanism from your childhood. I know this because I struggled with this for years. Growing up the youngest of 5 in a very, very busy household, we were constantly doing something. If we weren't doing something, we were then being lazy. The only day that we really had downtime was on Saturdays, in between the times we were cleaning, and then Sundays after church. We were always given a list of things to do, and each of us had our chores. And once we were done with that, then we could play and do whatever it was that we wanted to do. However, even during our playtime, if we were just sitting there doing nothing, I remember getting yelled at because I wasn't doing something. And I'm like, but it's my time, damn it. So this very much is an exercise of learning to be with yourself and learning to just be. Now, one of the things that helped me was to give myself permission to just be okay with sitting down and just observing the space around me. One of the things that I talk about in my book, The 1 Degree Shift, is about chasing happiness. And chasing happiness essentially is constantly doing, going, being, so that we can just kind of run away from ourselves or who we think we might be. If you grew up in a household where sitting idle was not okay, most of the time you're going to find yourself chasing happiness and being in that state of constant movement. So allow yourself the luxury, and it is a true luxury, to just sit in a room, focus on your breath, allow yourself to notice where you're feeling the discomfort. Notice what emotions are coming up. Notice all the thoughts that are coming in, and allow yourself to just observe them without judgment, without comparison, without the shoulda, woulda, coulda, and you're gonna be amazed at what you all of a sudden recognize within yourself. You're gonna start to recognize who you really are, what you like, and what you don't like. So if the thought of just sitting, or even just the experience of just sitting doing nothing, is uncomfortable for you, practice doing it for 30 seconds to a minute, to 2 minutes, to 5 minutes. And sooner or later, you're gonna start to recognize that it's okay to be idle for a time. Rest is so important for self-care and your mental health.